Hi, my name is Ying. I'm a meditation teacher and ADHD coach. Today, I invite you to explore this practice with the peace of nature to access the feeling of mindfulness, the non-judgmental awareness. I first learned this practice from my good friend Lisa, and I've since adapted the practice to include a little bit more of the radical acceptance piece. So for this practice, you will need a piece of nature. It could be a rock, a feather, a flower, a leaf, an acorn, a pinecone, whatever you can find in nature. And if you don't have a piece of nature with you right now, you can also use your hands. That works just fine. And we will explore this piece of nature through different senses and experience that non-judgmental awareness. So what I have here is a piece of rock I carried all the way from Pacific Northwest back to Northern Virginia. So let's practice together. First, I invite you to get into a comfortable position where you can practice for the next little while. It could be sitting down, it could be lying down, it could be standing, whatever works for you. I always like to start by moving the body side to side or rotating the shoulders forwards or backwards. And when you're ready, first gently place the piece of nature you have on the palm of your hand. And first I invite you to use sights to explore this piece of nature if that's available to you. Just notice what color is this piece of nature. How many colors could you see? And usually things in nature have more than one color. I'm seeing a lot of different colors here. Next, I invite you to explore how many lines, shapes, facets does this piece of nature have? Does it have straight lines? Is it wavy? What kind of shape does it generally have? Notice its size. Is it big or small relative to your hand? And notice how in nature, very few things have straight lines. Just like what we talked about before, very few things have just one color. And next I invite you to explore this piece of nature with the sense of feel or touch. If it's available to you, rub your fingers against this piece of nature. Just really feel the texture. Is it smooth? Is it rough? And explore the different facets of the nature. Are some of the facets more smooth than the others? Does it have sharp corners? Or does it have smooth edges? And notice the temperature of this piece of nature compared to the temperature of your hand. Is it cooler? Is it warmer? Is it about the same? And whichever hand you're using to explore this piece of nature, switch it to the other hand and see what is it like to explore the piece of nature with a different hand. It almost feels like all the textures are brand new again. I'm exploring this piece of nature for the very first time. Next, I invite you to put this piece of nature against your chest or heart area and notice the temperature of this piece of nature against your skin or your clothes. And notice what's it like to breathe together with this piece of nature. And be curious if you could sense your heartbeat being amplified by this piece of nature. And finally, I invite you to place this piece of nature on the palm of your hand and just observe it as a whole. And notice how many more details you're able to pick up from this piece of nature compared to before you went through this process. And do you notice any form of judgment or wishing this piece of nature is different from how it is right now? Tap into the sense of observing and accepting the piece of nature just as it is. Not wishing it to be smoother or more regular shaped or bigger or smaller or more beautiful, whatever that even means. And when you're ready, you can gently rest your hand holding this piece of nature. And if you haven't already, close your eyes or soften your gaze. Be very curious to see if you could direct some of that observing and accepting attitude towards yourself. Noticing how your body is breathing in this moment, wherever you can feel the breath the easiest. Whether that's your belly, that's your tip of your nose, or through your mouth. Just gently notice this inhale and the exhale. This observation without judgment is the essence of mindfulness. And I will end this practice with a poem. You can listen to it with your eyes closed or have a soft gaze. This is Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. Whenever you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me. And if you enjoy this practice, please share with someone you think who will also enjoy it. Subscribe for more ADHD-friendly meditation practices. I will see you next time.